Hi, this is Sue Jackson of the Book by Book blog, here with another Friday Reads. First up, I have really this week been enjoying Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. My whole family loved Ready Player 1. My husband, my son, and I passed it around the house, each one of us finishing it and saying, "You have to read this," to the others. So, just like everyone else, we were just loved that first book. We enjoyed the movie too, and I've really been looking forward to reading the sequel. So I gave this to my husband for Christmas, the best kind of gift that you can share. He just finished it a few weeks ago, so now I'm reading it. I'm about 3/4 of the way through it now. I'm really enjoying it. If you liked Ready Player One, it's basically the same kind of formula. It's this simulated virtual world that's it's set slightly into the future, in case you're not familiar with the premise. At the end of Ready Player One, this young man named Wade won a contest and inherited the huge corporation that created this virtual world where pretty much most humans live most of the time now. So here, as the book starts out, I thought it was a little slow at first and a little depressing. Wade is not handling fame and fortune well. He is still connected to his friends, but not really close to them. Things aren't looking so good. And they aren't looking so good for the rest of the world either. One of the things that Wade discovers right at the beginning of the book is a new technology that the original owner left behind for him to find. This new technology is going to change life as we know it. So that's kind of where it starts out. About 100 pages in, things really pick up because we get back to the same kind of narrative as in the first book, where Wade and his friends are inside the Oasis, this virtual world, and are trying to solve these quests. In this case, the stakes are much higher because the world is at stake. Basically, all human beings and the world around us, it's all at stake here. So Wade and his friends are racing against time. There's again a villain here, one of the old villains as well as a new one, and the stakes are very high. So much of it, I'm really enjoying as they go from one planet to another in the virtual world of Oasis and solve the series of puzzles and quests in order to hopefully save the world. So I'm really enjoying it. I just read the part where they went to a world based on all of John Hughes movies, and since I was a teenager in the 80s, I loved those chapters. It's just a lot of fun. So that's Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. And on audio, I am re-listening to Becoming by Michelle Obama. Now, I listened to this, I think not last year, but the year before. So for Nonfiction November in 2019, I listened to this the first time, and I really loved it, really enjoyed it. It was one of my book groups chose it for our May selection. So I decided, it was still on my iPod, so I decided to re-listen. I thought I'd just listen to a little bit of it and remind myself of some of the details of it. But as it turns out, I am just loving it all over again. It is very long, so I don't know if I'll re-listen to the whole thing, but if you haven't read it yet, it's Michelle Obama's autobiography or memoir. It's about her entire life to date, from her childhood in South Chicago all the way to the White House, and it begins just after they've left the White House and Barack has left the presidency. So it's a wonderful, wonderful memoir. Michelle Obama reads it herself, which I always like with a memoir on audio. You know, it just feels like she's one of your best friends and is telling you about her life. It's a very comforting read for me. You know, she's got some real insight into her childhood, and I'm still in the childhood part right now. So it's a great book. I'm really enjoying it again, and looking forward to listening to more of it. So that's what I've been reading. What are you planning to read this weekend?